Hi there! In today's episode we will look at the changes in the terrain rules from the 2nd to the 3rd edition of the 9th Age. Let's start with looking at the overall changes to the terrain rules. First, dangerous terrain works a bit differently. Previously, you took a test with each model that touched the terrain, and you did it when the unit first touched the terrain. This created an unnatural halt in the flow of the game, and it was sometimes very difficult to know exactly how many models touched the terrain. Now, in 3rd edition, you instead take the tests at the end of a unit's move, and you take tests with a unit that has touched the terrain. No longer do you have to keep track of individual models. The damage occurs on a 6 now instead of a 1. The number of tests is based on the unit's formation. A single rank or a single column of models take tests, and you use the rank or column that generates the most tests. For example, a unit that is 5 models wide and 8 models deep take 8 tests if it touches the terrain. A unit that is 5 models wide and 1 model deep takes 5 tests if it touches a terrain feature. Next, let's look at covering terrain, which now has 2 parameters. One determines whether you get soft or hard cover from it, and the other determines the height limit for where models can claim cover from it. In the rulebook, only 2 different heights are used for this, either height 5, meaning all models can claim cover, or height 3, meaning models of height 0 to 3 can claim cover. The new rule for disrupted terrain is that units in contact with it cannot claim combat score bonus for proper ranks. The same terrain features as in 2nd edition still exists. We have fields. Fields give soft cover for units of height 3 or less, and any units in contact with a field gains the model rule weakness flammable. We have forests. Forests are dangerous terrain for mounted models. Forests give soft cover to all models, and forests are disruptive. We have hills. Hills are opaque, meaning you cannot draw line of sight through them, and hills have the elevated position rule, meaning that drawing line of sight to or from models on hills ignore models that are not on hills. We have impassable terrain. Impassable terrain are opaque. They are dangerous terrain 4+, and this is only relevant for units that flee through dangerous terrain, and models cannot move through impassable terrain. We have ruins. Ruins give hard cover for models of height 3 or less, and ruins are dangerous terrain for everybody. We have walls. Walls give hard cover to units of height 3 or less, and walls have the fortified position rule, which gives charging models in contact with the wall -1 to hit. Normally, this would mean that you have just charged a unit behind a wall. And finally, we have water terrain. Water terrain are dangerous for models with metal armor. Water are disruptive. Water gives 2 model rules to units in contact with it. Weakness lightning attacks and unsure footing, which means that the model cannot use stomp attacks or impact hits when touching water terrain. And that's the updated terrain rules for the 3rd edition of the 9th Age. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode, where we will go through changes to model rules.